living in Traverse City, Michigan. I graduated from Saginaw Valley State University with International Business, and I have studied abroad and worked for a Knowledge Exchange Institute and/or KEI. So here's my story. It was my last semester at Saginaw Valley State University, and I really wanted to get that study abroad experience. I wanted that resume builder, I wanted that story that no one else had, and I just really wanted to travel. So I was doing the study abroad fairs, I was studying research, looking at websites, brochures, everything, and it was just an overwhelming amount of information. Until one day I came across the representative from KEI at a study abroad fair, and she really just helped me see that it wasn't as hard as it is for everyone else through KEI. And what I mean by that is the process seemed to be so much more streamlined, and they handled a lot more of the information that got just taken off my shoulders. Because one of my things was I really wanted to intern abroad, which I advocate for wholeheartedly. I think that's one of the greatest things you can do in college. So I was like, I want to intern abroad, and they said that's no problem, and it really ended up being no problem. I think I wrote a cover letter, and that was it, and I got a job at PTE Systems in Beijing, which ended up being an awesome experience. So as I said, I studied in Beijing. I studied economics there at the University of International Business and Economics in Beijing, and I also worked the internship at PTE Systems. So not only did I get a lot of good experience from work and from class, and I not learn a lot, but I also got to travel a lot, not just by myself, which I did travel quite a bit by myself just because it's a passion of mine, but I also got to travel a lot with the on-site director. We went to places like Forbidden City, Tiananmen Square, the Great Wall of China, which is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. And you just get to experience so much and just do so many incredible things, as well as get credit for graduating college. There's really nothing better than that. So I wrapped up my study abroad. I got home in December, and shortly after, President Edward Mandel called me and offered me a position as a contract job with KEI, which I really couldn't refuse because I was doing the contract job while I was trying to find a career. So I was gaining experience, gaining contacts, making a little bit of money while I tried to figure out what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I became a study abroad representative for the state of Michigan through KEI, which means I would travel around to different university to college, talking to students, setting up fairs, going and doing classroom presentations, and just really showing a passion for studying abroad, for traveling, for culture, for everything, and showing students that it's not that hard to study abroad, that it's not that complicated, and it's not that expensive, and that it's a great experience and a great way to build yourself as a human being or build yourself with a resume. So I did that from January until May 15th, and when May 15th rolled around, I was pretty far along with the application process with the company I'm currently at, and when I was in the application process, I contacted President Edward Mandel asking for a recommendation, as well as I contacted my immediate supervisor, who was Regional Manager Riley. So I contacted both of them asking if I could get a recommendation, and they obviously gave me a pretty great recommendation because I got called immediately the next day, and they told me how good of recommendations I was getting from not only one but two KEI members. So I've had a really good experience with KEI, not only studying abroad, which yeah, was my favorite part, was being in Beijing, but working for them. I got great experience, as well as it was a fun thing to do while I was filling out cover letters and writing applications and all this kind of nonsense. It was a really good experience, and it was something that I'm glad in the end that I got to do before I really got settled down here in Traverse City, and that I'm happy with the whole process that I went through. And I would advocate for them if you're thinking about either studying abroad through them, or maybe working for them, or even trying to build a career with them. They have my support. I know I have their support if I ever need it. And I hope they know that they have mine if they ever need it. And I've just had a great experience with KEI.